Are you loving it?
I am. I didn't think I would like a laptop so much because I had one years ago and I had a full-size keyboard monitor and everything. I just used it for a CPU. I am really enjoying it. It's like my desk space is a lot cleaner. I don't have all these big cables and everything. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Big
Happy
time.
Valentine's Day. And it's my anniversary.
Oh, happy anniversary.
How many years?
33.
Awesome. Congrats.
Thank you.
I wish today's can I swap my birthday today for your anniversary and be as old as you? No, I have me and two of my cousins are all born on the same day. It's like Valentine's Day is a huge day in my family. Okay, so I'm gonna mute everyone. However, please feel free to click unmute on your end if you want to ask a question. The only reason I'm going to mute everyone is I'm recording to post this in the units on Dream Achievers. And sometimes background noise comes in, you know, somebody walks through or talks or what have you. It's nothing against you guys, but if you have a question, feel free to unmute. And I can There we go. Getting used to this. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Give me a second here. There we go. Okay, now I know what I'm doing. So welcome everyone. This is the start of a new season of Strategies for Success, which is going to be different from previous Strategies for Success. And let me explain. Before, the Strategies for Success were kind of geared towards director bound. We are going to be having a director bound coming up here pretty shortly, which is more intense, homework, weekly dedication, etc. The purpose of this Sunday morning group, it's going to be kind of short, sweet, focused trainings on certain aspects to help you and your business grow. And every week we're going to have a different topic. We will have guest speakers throughout the season. But it's kind of like, in a way, a group coffee talk. Instead of me just talking, you know, we're going to have some interactions here. I want to hear questions, etc. And I'm going to probably post the list of topics on Dream Achievers so you guys know what's coming up. You know, like we're going to have obviously bookings, selling. We're going to have host coaching next week. How to grow your team, just all different aspects of your business. Now, I hope all of you watched the Get the More Out of Your Business that I updated and posted in Unit 3 of Dream Achievers last week. It is updated with 2021 information, current season. And if you get people, or when you get people on your team, or you have new people on your team who have not been engaged, you want to route them to that after they do the basics in Unit 1 and 2, route them to Get the More of Your Business so that they can understand what is available to them in this business. Because that's one of the biggest things is new people. There's so much, you know, they're kind of like overwhelmed with Consultants Corner and Dash and everything. And the Get the More is just focused on, okay, what Pampered Chef has for you, what you can obtain. And then we go into trainings like Director Bound. We're going to be starting because quite a few of you guys want to shoot for directorship so that you can get the trips, get the extra money, all that kind of fun stuff. So today we're going to chat about bookings since it is the cornerstone of this entire business. And every time I'm going to be talking about different stuff than what I've talked about before. It's a huge topic. And one thing too, sorry, haven't gotten enough coffee in me this morning. If you're interested in promoting up the career plan, one of the number one rules to keep in mind is that your personal business always comes first over team business. Your personal business has to be solid. It has to be consistent. Consistent is a big word, because if you're going to be promoting up the career plan, if your personal business isn't solid, you're not going to be promoting or stay at your promotion. Okay, so always remember you are number one over and above your team. But how to have a solid business and be consistent starts with bookings. Again, basic cornerstone of our business. So one thing you can do if you haven't done so already is go into Dash on Consultants Corner. And Tracy, I've not met you yet. If you don't know about Dash, it is the big purple box from your home screen on Consultants Corner. There are 6 tasks under bookings, and they go pretty quick, guys. These tasks are like 5 minutes long. They're super quick. And I want to give a big kudos and congratulations to Christine Sexton, who is our Dash leaderboard front runner right now. She's got the most points out of all the people in Dream Achievers for doing all her Dash tasks. You know, I have to say that I fell off the wagon a little bit. I got to get back on and get, every day watch a couple of those. But those 6 tasks you want to do on bookings. Now, some tips and tricks when you're getting bookings, and I'm going to this is kind of disjointed. It's not really so much a logical progression in the way I'm going to be bringing up topics. It's general overall information everybody can use in regards to bookings. But when it comes to bookings, do not let your host dictate your schedule. Okay, that's a big number one rule. And what I mean by that, especially for newer people, they're not sure yet of the words to say. They haven't gotten their shtick down, so to speak, on how to ask and what to say and how to respond. But you never ask, when is good for you? Okay, because the host is probably going to say, oh, in 2 months. No. You want to have a full schedule every week, preferably at least 3 parties a week. That is a golden number right there. 4 or 5 is even better. But if you have 3 parties every week, you're going to be doing, if you're at the national average on your parties, you're going to be doing over $8,000 a month. Okay, that's over a $2,500 paycheck for you. Okay. Just kind of think of it. You're the CEO of your business. And when you say, what's good for you? When you call up to make a doctor's appointment, they don't ask you, well, what day's good for you? I mean, some doctors might, but most don't. They say, okay, we have this date and time available for you. Same with you. You control your schedule. And I have this one little short paragraph, and I have it in my text replacement. I just type in HI and then hit return, and this whole little paragraph pops up. And the text replacement is cool and explains to a potential host. I call it how it works, very concise so that they know what to expect with hosting. And the very last sentence, I happen to have an opening for February 21st if you would like that spot. Okay, you always want to give them your first available date. Don't give them 2 dates, give them your first available date. And then work with them on that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. They may say, well, I'm going to be on vacation, I don't want to deal with a party. Then give them your next available date. You want to book at least 2 parties from every party. Okay, that is a definite golden rule. Hopefully you get at least 3 parties from every party so that the host gets their 3-party booking bonus. But the reason you want to get at least 2 parties is you need 1 party to replace the party that you're doing right now, and you need 1 party to grow your business on. If you don't have at least 2 parties booked from everyone, as we all have been there and we all know, you're going to be doing some power hours and trying to find some parties because your calendar will not be full. And you're having to drum up business, so to speak. Now, a lot of potential hosts will say, I don't know, etc. I always take the bull by the horns. And if somebody's even remotely interested, I give them my little words, my little paragraph called How It Works. And I can send this to everybody if they want. But before we even get into bookings and hosting, I say, just so you know, for your information, how hosting works is I send you out a host packet that has catalogs and party paperwork. I call you the week, or I get a hold of you the week before your party to schedule a 10-minute host coaching call. We chat on the phone to go over how the party works, get your friends invited, and off we go. I have my next available date is February 21st, if you would like that spot. 3 sentences, concise, short, and it tells the host what to, it gives them the expectation. Oh, wow, this sounds pretty easy. Because a lot of people won't host because they think they're going to be spending an hour on Facebook every day. Okay. Be confident in your wording when you're talking with people. Don't be wishy-washy. And when you ask a question, as Mary Haynes, our previous upline executive director, used to say, zip your mouth and shut up and listen. So how do you get bookings? You need to start a conversation with somebody. A conversation could be a 2-way chat on Messenger, text, could be on the phone. If you have an existing party, some of the ways to start a conversation with somebody in the party are magic word videos that I've talked about before, where you do just a quick 2-3 minute product demonstration. And at the end you say, okay, if you guys want some extra points for the final prize drawing, the magic word is veggie. Maybe you're showing the veggie strip maker or something like that. And then ask them to private message you the magic word and they get the extra points. When they message you, that means you are one-on-one with them on Messenger and it gives you the opening. I always ask, my first question is, how are you liking the party? Typically they'll come back, oh my gosh, I'm loving it. I'm seeing so much, blah, 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 blah. Then on the second magic word video I do that week, I say, yes, more entries for you. Would you be interested in hosting just like Sally is doing to get some free product? And that kind of opens up the dialogue. I'm not bombarding them, with, hey, book a party, book a party, book a party. I'm kind of putting the ball in their court, but I'm kind of leading them to where I want them. Another way is using Google Forms in your parties. I use a Google form as a prize entry form. I say, okay, fill out this form to get your entry in for the prize drawing. And you always want to, if you guys don't have a Google form, let me know. In fact, I can post a bunch of stuff about that. You want to ask the appropriate questions. And one of them is, are you interested in hosting a party? If you have a guest that's super active on the party, always commenting, always saying, oh, Pampered Chef is great. Oh, I love this. Oh, I wish I had this. Somebody that is constantly commenting, you want to call them out. And what I do is I send them a friend request and then I message them and say, hey, Sally, you are just awesome. You're a great friend and guest on this party. You're making it so fun. Have you had a party before? You seem, to really like Pampered Chef, and kind of segue into asking them to host that way. You also, in your host coaching, want to talk to your host about getting bookings, because the host, there's perks in it for them, the 3-party booking bonus. Have the host work on her friends in the background and ask them to host, or have her give you suggestions on who might be good candidates to talk about hosting. She may say, oh, my friend really wants to host, but she's too shy to ask, that type of thing. So get your host involved in getting bookings as well. Another thing too is customer follow-up. A couple of weeks after the party, those people who ordered, follow up with them, send them a message. Hey, Sally, I'm just checking in. We call it out of the box message. Did you get your items? Did you get them out of the box? Did you check them? Are they all okay? Because sometimes they'll say, well, no, I haven't, and they'll open it. Oh my gosh, it's broken. You have to do a replacement or something. But that's a segue in to say, hey, would you like some more stuff? Would you like some bigger boxes with a whole bunch of stuff? How about hosting a party just like Tina did last week? Something like that. Outside of parties, you simply need to ask people, and you need to practice what you're going to say or write. Okay. If you want to get the appropriate wording down, share your wording with your director, okay, to go over, maybe we should change this wording to this, to say this. You want to keep it short and sweet. And when you write things that you're going to send to people, my suggestion is, and this works great, write down your blurb, what you're going to send to people or what you're going to say to people, and let it set for 12 to 24 hours. Then come back to it and read it again, because you will naturally pick up anything that kind of doesn't sound right, and you will make the appropriate changes typically on your own. Do not plaster out there on social media, hey guys, I'm looking for a host. Hey, who wants free product? Oh, who wants to host a show? Oh, I've got 2 openings this month for a party. You don't want to do that, because you're not making any personal contacts, and the returns on your investment, so to speak, aren't that great. Okay. If you're shooting a message out there on social media like that, spend a few more minutes and target certain people and write them a personal message or call them. Okay. Don't be lazy, guys. This is a business. You need to work it like a business. Yes, it's a fun business, but even with fun businesses, we all got the paperwork to do and everything else that goes with every business. Just dig a little bit deeper and get a little bit more one-on-one and personal. Some people like to just throw mud at the wall and see what sticks by doing these blasts out there on social media. They're probably not going to have a full calendar, because they're not going to get bookings that way. One thing too, you always want to overbook. Okay. So let's say your goal is to have 2 parties a week. Try booking 3 parties a week, because as we all know, hosts will reschedule. I know over COVID, I've had a couple of hosts had to reschedule because family members have had COVID and they're just super busy. And stuff happens. Maybe you have a host that flakes on you and just doesn't get back to you. It happens. So if you want 2 parties a week, you're going to have to book 3 parties a week. Now, if all 3 parties go off without a hitch, great. That gives you practice on running 3 parties a week. And when you see the results of what you're going to get with 3 parties a week, it gets you all jacked up to where you're going to want 3 parties a week every week. So then you're going to be booking 4 parties a week, just in case one cancels or reschedules. Never work to minimums. I want to talk a little bit about overcoming objections, because I've been talking to quite a few newer consultants and asking them, doing some coaching. It's like, okay, what are you saying to people? What are you writing to people? And I say, okay, what are they responding with? And a lot of them say, well, I just get, I can't do it now, I'm too busy, or, some sort of objection. You guys need to know how to overcome objections immediately on the spot. Because if a host comes back and says, I'm just too busy right now, I can't think of a party. And don't just say, okay, I'll contact you in a week or two. No, because then that lead gets really cold. Say, well, are you aware that it only takes like 1 to 2 minutes a day to host on a virtual party? And I explain the most time you're going to put in on the party is the host call and the inviting, which goes really quick. Now that Facebook is over its hump on the invites, most hosts can get their friends list invited pretty quick again now. And I kind of take them by the hand, walk them through the process. 9 times out of 10, I get a host that'll say, oh, okay, well, I can do that. Or say, by chance, do you check Facebook a couple of times a day? And most all the time they say, yeah. That's all you need to do. Because people don't know what hosting entails. You need to explain to the hosts what they don't know, because they don't know what they don't know. That's why you need to let them know what hosting is comprised of. And if somebody says, no, I can't do it, for whatever reason, maybe they're taking a world trip or what have you, always ask them, do I have your permission to check in with you? Maybe once a month with the host special, to see if anything interests you. And I always send them a picture of the monthly host special flyer. Also, if you know a potential host has certain items that they're looking forward to, like I have a list galore of people wanting stoneware. Okay, this next month, I'm going to be hitting them up, so to speak, and saying, hey, stoneware, well, I'm already doing it now because the starter set is available to hosts. Said, hey, you can get the starter set for $42. They're like, what? That's cheap. Yeah, if you host a party this month, you can get the stoneware, but it's for hosts only. So you want to have a notebook, and anybody who says, I'm interested in the cookware, the stoneware, or what have you, down the line at a discount. That way you have your notebook. So every month when you're doing your scheduling, you can go back to that list and say, oh, I need to check in with Sally. This would be a good month for her to host because she wants the cookware set at 60% off or something like that. I used to run my business on Post-it notes, believe it or not. I had tons of them stuck all over the place. Probably, my first year. And then a special would come up and I'd say, oh, 6 months ago, I talked to Sally and she wanted this. And then I'm going through all these Post-it notes trying to find Sally's contact information or what she wanted. Guys, keep a little book, okay, to write potential hosts. Yeah, I guess where I got this, Pam. Potential hosts, potential recruits, or I have 3 sections: hosts, recruits, and then products not available. Because if we have a product like such as stoneware, somebody doesn't want to host, but they want stoneware, I'm going to be contacting them. Tammy, get a thumbs up. I'm going to be contacting them to let them know when stoneware is available, because they may just want to order off my website. Okay. Have a little notebook, guys. It's much better than looking through hundreds of Post-it notes all over your desk. So, real quick, does anybody have, before I go on, any questions about overcoming objections, or are there any objections that you've heard that you want to know how to reply to? Be the girl who decided to go for it. I love it. I love it. I love those little books. If I go into Staples, the first thing I do is go to like the bargain bin, because they have a lot of those little cool little books. That's a good one, Christine. And one of these days I'm going to go into Target, because I hear Target has a lot of those like $1 areas or $2 areas with cool stuff. I'm kind of scared to go there because I have a feeling my credit card would scream if I went into a Target. So any questions on objections? The wording, okay. And if you guys, those watching this in replay, if you guys heard an objection you don't know how to respond to, contact your director or message me and we'll work through it. Also, I'll try to find it. If you just go into Dream Achievers and search overcoming objections, there's, it's probably 4 pages long of all the potential objections that you could hear and what your responses could be. And this is from years ago, I need to start pulling this stuff and I'm going to be putting it in units so you guys can access it easily. And it might be in the files section now that I think about it. So I'll have to take a look at that. Because I put a lot of things in the files and there's a one in there that's called overcoming objections. So type of parties you can book. Obviously, we know about the Facebook virtual parties. However, one thing that I've had to implement and start changing the last couple of weeks, and it's still difficult for me to remember because I'm so ingrained on what I say, is not only do we have the regular host reward party where the host gets the free 50 and 60% off, but we also now have the shared rewards party. And I'm actually doing my first shared rewards party right now. In marketing imagery, there is a ton of images on shared rewards. So in my parties, every single party, one of the new posts that I'm putting in is there is a post in marketing imagery that says, how do you like to party? And it has a picture of host rewards and shared rewards. So people know we have the 2 different types of formats, because I know a lot of people won't host because they feel guilty when they get all the rewards. All their friends are buying so they can get the rewards. Okay. So in my host coaching call, when I'm talking to the host or setting up the party, I'm communicating with them and explaining, okay, what type of format do you want? Do you want host rewards where you get all the product, or do you want to share those rewards with the guests in your party so that they can get up to a 25% discount? And this last week I had one say, no, I'm selfish. I want the host rewards. Great. I had the other one say, oh my gosh, let's do the shared rewards because I got a lot of Pampered Chef. I really don't need that much more. And it'd be great for my friends to have a discount. So please start incorporating shared rewards in everything you do. Okay. You get paid the same regardless. And based on statistics, shared reward parties are a much higher party average than the regular parties we've been doing, believe it or not. Okay, because it almost turns into a competition because you're posting, we're okay, the first $100 in, you guys get 2.5% off. And marketing imagery has all these posts so you can keep the group updated on what their discount is. Plus, you are more interactive with the ordering guests because they get the guest special when they order $80 or more. So a lot of people will order maybe $85. Well, if the discount gets up to 15%, it drops them below $80. So you're going to be communicating with these people. Hey, Sally, the party's up to here. Your order's now down to $70, and I want to let you know that you no longer qualify for the free guest special. Just so you know, and they're going to, I've had this happen. They say, well, let me add something to my order so I can get the guest special again. Okay. So it is a way to get more sales as well. Then we've also got Facebook Live and Zoom parties. Guys, these are 30-minute, 45-minute parties. There are consultants out there that are doing 3 parties a night on Zoom and Facebook Live. Short and sweet. And then you keep the ordering link open for 24 to 48 hours. Don't stretch it out, because if the party's fresh in people's minds, they will order. If 5 days later, they're going to say, well, I can't remember what I saw at the party. Okay. You can lead up with maybe a 2-day virtual party and then end it with a 30 or 45-minute Zoom or Facebook Live party. If you do like a 3-day lead up virtual, just do a Facebook Live right on that group page. Because then you don't have to worry about the Zoom learning curve. You know, if it's an older generation that doesn't know about Zoom, you know, when you go Facebook Live, it alerts everybody, hey, Allison's live right now, and everybody just clicks the button on that party group page and comes in. I'm starting to do that. It's actually a 4-day party, 3-day virtual, and then the last day I do 2 lives. One is more of a happy hour where people are just asking questions. I'm in the kitchen and I say, okay, hit me with your questions. What products do you want to see? And I'm right there where I can grab, go, or give suggestions. And then I do a live demonstration, half-hour live demonstration, 4-day party. There's also the 15 to 30-minute, what they call express parties on text or messenger, where you're just every 30 seconds or every minute, excuse me, posting a product and the link. I have to say I've not done those, but people have had great success with those. And I think it's more the younger generation that is used to following text super quick, messenger, that type of thing. So you've got to know who your audience is to know what type of parties to recommend. And of course, we've got live parties eventually we'll be able to do again. Springtime is my favorite time to do live parties because I love brunch parties. People are more relaxed. It's in the morning. They're not worried about having to get the kids to school or soccer or what have you. And the weather's better, so we can have parties outside. You know, so if social distancing is still a thing, we can have parties outside. And of course, there's catalog parties. You just give the host a bunch of catalogs and they collect the orders. Another way to get bookings, I know Tammy just recently did this or is doing it. I do it twice a year, is do a surprise box booking blitz, as I call it. It's your own booking blitz. And what you do is if you have any products, seconds, thirds, or products that you really don't use that are sitting in the garage or on the shelf, find those products and say, okay, you go out to your customer group, your VIP group, or your friends, and you say, I've got $50 or $100 worth of product sitting here brand new in the box. I'm going to give away. Comment if you want to learn how, get an entry to learn how to win this box, surprise box. You know, directors typically were $100 to $200 for a box because we get so much product. Then when they comment, you send them a message on Messenger. Say, hey, Sally, thanks for your interest in the surprise box. I'd love for you to get an entry. Here's how to get your entry. If you book a party in February, because maybe you have an opening or 2 left you want to get done in February. If you book a party in February, you're going to get 3 entries into the prize drawing. If you book a party in March, you're going to get 2 entries in the prize drawing. Okay, and people will book parties to be able to get in the drawing for that surprise box. Even if you don't have stuff sitting around, it may be worth your while to order items at your 20 to 50% discount on supply and sample. Okay, so which means you're probably investing $20 to $30 to get bookings. Okay, that's a good return on your money and it's a tax write-off. And then you tell them, you know, I'm going to have the prize drawing April 1st, April Fool's Day or whatever, you know, if you're looking to get bookings in February and March. And if you don't have, if you're really new and you don't have a customer group yet or a VIP page, message this to your friends individually, or you can put it on your Facebook page or your Instagram or whatever. Okay. As long as you get it out there, people will be interested. Saying, you know, who wants a chance to win a box with $100 worth of Pampered Chef product? So let's see here. Let me just go over my notes real quick. One thing too, planting seeds. When you have a party, you always want to plant the seeds for booking and hosting. And I start that the day before my parties start. I go live with a 5-minute welcome video to explain to people how the party works, what to expect, with the posting, that type of thing. You always want to mention in that welcome video, hey, if your wish list is getting bigger than your wallet, look at, you're in Rebecca's party and you're seeing all the stuff you want, but you just haven't budgeted for Rebecca to have a party. Consider booking and hosting your own party, just like Rebecca is doing. It's a great way to get what you want for free, 50 or 60% off, or have a shared rewards party and share the rewards with all your friends that can get up to 25% off, because that plants the seed in their head. And then you're going to do at least 2 posts during the party, booking posts. I always post, the host reward flyer, and there's the 3-spoon post, where when Rebecca gets 3 parties booked, she gets a bunch of extra perks, and they have the spoons grayed out as you get 1, 2, and 3 bookings. Wish list post. I always have the host midweek post the picture and wording, asking her friends, what's on your wish list, guys? This is what's on mine. Because every day you want the host to post an engagement post. That post right there is worth gold. And if you're not doing it already, the last day of the party, I do party follow-ups where I get on the computer and I go start at the bottom of the Facebook party and I scroll up and I read every single comment. On that wish list post, you want to see who's commented and what they want. Then you go in, did this person order? If they did they order what's on their wish list? If they did, great, check them off. If they didn't, I message them and I say, hey, Sally, I see on the party that you said you were interested in the quick cooker, but I didn't see it on your order. Is that something that I'm just sending you a reminder? Because a lot of times people do forget what they said they wanted. And they'll say, oh, can you add that to my order? Or, and I just can't afford it right now. Would you like to book a party and get that for free, 50 or 60% off? Okay, always check those posts. If they didn't order, I always message them and I say, hey, Tammy, the party's ending tonight, just sending a reminder. And if you wanted to get an order in, and if not, I can explain to you super quick how to host a party, just like Rebecca's doing, to get a bunch of free product. Another way to get bookings, which is really fun, is if you have prize drawings in your parties. Maybe it's an early bird prize drawing, maybe it's a Google form prize drawing, freebie Friday or wacky Wednesday or whatever, or final prize drawing, whatever you term it. Okay, whoever your prize winners are, the last day of the party, I always message them, hey, Sally, great job, you won the freebie Friday prize drawing. I just wanted to ask, I offer this to all my prize winners, if you want to upgrade your prize from what I normally send to a much nicer prize. And how you get the nicer prize is if you book a party, I will upgrade your prize right now for you. It's a matter of $3 maybe. It's not a huge, it's not like you're going from a $2 to a $50 item, okay? But a lot of people will say, sure. So that's another way to get a booking. Okay, guys, I'm going to unmute, and then I want to ask you all a question if I can figure this out here. This is a little bit different. I can't just unmute everybody for some reason. Okay, so I am going to ask you guys to unmute yourself and let me know what you are going to do to have a consistent party schedule in the way of bookings. And if you have any questions based on what I've chatted about today.
I'm going
do
to, I'm going to start trying to be more consistent.
Can you
Let
please
life-
reword that for me?
Can I please, I'm going to be more consistent and not let life get in my way.
Thank you, Aggie. No wishy-washy language, no trying, just doing. And it is hard. I mean, I'm a victim of it too. You know, I've had these couple of surgeries starting, September and December. It just threw my whole world into what I'm not used to. You know, I'm a routine person, and my business, suffered from it too. And I had to tell myself, hey, you know what? Life happens. I still need to keep my business going. I got bills to pay, or I want to hit a goal, or I want to go on a trip. Okay, well, give me some ideas. What are you guys going to do to have a consistent party schedule? Christine, get in your RV, get the vinyl decals on it that say, I'm a Pampered Chef consultant. You would have people in the RV parks knocking your door down, because when I had my fifth wheel, I had a couple little things, my magnetic signs that I have on my card, and I put them on the fifth wheel. People will live, and then I had a little plastic thing that had suction cups. I stuck to the fifth wheel with mini catalogs. It was empty every day, because people walk around RV parks, and when they see that, they're like, "Ooh, Pampered Chef," because we've got stuff for RVers, and we have, I can't remember her name, a gal that when they go traveling in the fifth wheel, she does impromptu parties in the social room, because most every RV park will have a get together room with a kitchen. And she'll just go in and ask management, hey, can I have this from 6 to 7 tonight or tomorrow night? And then she'll just print off a little invite and go put on everybody's windshield in the RV park. Say, hey, if you have nothing to do from 6 to 7, come see the Pampered Chef demonstration. Think outside the box. Any other questions, concerns, comments?
So yesterday I went to the swap meet and wore my new mask. And the Scentsy booth girl goes, hey, do you sell Pampered Chef? And so I got her contact info. I'm sending her a catalog. Her consultant just quit that she uses. And so I'm pretty sure I'll get a booking from that. Well, I know I'll get a booking from it, because she was telling me about all the free stuff she got at her last party, and she absolutely loves it. So that was pretty fun. That the mask, it's only the second time I've worn it. So that was pretty fun.
I bought 5 of those masks. I just bought the filters, got the filters in, and I wore it one time the other day. Everybody, Pampered Chef, Pampered Chef, Pampered Chef. It's like, I want a t-shirt to wear that just has our catalog on it. It's like people see that. It's like bees right to the sugar,
That's pretty fun. One thing I wanted to bring up about the objections is, I don't know if it was on Dream Achievers or it might have been one of the workshops with Mary, but we did as a group, we came up with an objections list and what your response can be. And I thought that was really cool. And if it wasn't in Dream Achievers, that might be a fun activity to do.
Yeah, and where the list came from is Mary. And I think it's in the files. I'm going to check as soon as I get off of here. If not, I will get it in the files. Yeah.
But I feel like I need to start more conversations. I mean, I do, with the magic word video, but where I'm lacking is, and on the wish list too, because I'll respond right there and I'll say something. So I'm going to work on, and I say work on because with Messenger, if you don't already have a relationship, it's kind of iffy. But I'm going to contact them through Messenger and then go from there. But because I love getting in those conversations. And many times, just the very first question, are you enjoying yourself, will be like a 15-minute, back and forth. I really like those.
Yeah, you don't want to chat with them on the party. And the filters now on Facebook and Messenger, if you're not friends with them, they still get pinged and get the message now. It doesn't hide it in the filters
I
like
know
it used to.
I get them. I didn't know other people did. So you mentioned about the inviting that things, it sounds like it's settled down a bit with Facebook and they're not suspending people right and left.
Well, in my host coaching call, oh gosh, this happened, what, 2-3 months ago? I'm telling my hosts, when you invite, because I'm telling them the difference between mobile and computer, but invite no more than 10 people at a time, then take a deep breath, just wait a couple of seconds, invite 10 more, and until you're done. And I said, I want to give you a heads up. If you get to 90 to 100, you may get a message from Facebook that says you are blocked from performing this action or inviting any more people to this group. Don't panic. Don't keep trying to invite either. Simply wait 12 hours, until the next morning and do another 90 to 100. And it has something to do with the people's personal interaction on Facebook, whether they've been active or not. But I have noticed the last 2 weeks, knock on wood, all my hosts were able to get all their invites done in one setting.
That's great.
Within 5-10 minutes, kind of like the old days. Because for a while there, I had to back my host coaching call up an extra day because they could only get 90 to 100 invited each time. And then they'd have to wait 12 hours and get another 90 to 100.
Good to hear.
Yeah, Facebook keeps us on our toes, that's for sure.
No
Oh,
kidding.
opportunity event Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. As of now, not one single person has been invited. If you guys all have team members, Donna, I know you're on Tammy's team. You might want to send them a reminder. Say, hey, this opportunity event is not for us. It is for potential recruits. Anybody they've talked to that might be interested in the business or wants to learn more about the business. And if we don't get anybody, that's fine. I'll just keep pushing it off a week. But we're going to have that once or twice every month. And if we don't have anybody invited for Tuesday night, I'll just push it off till the next week. Because we don't know when we're going to get somebody that's interested in the business. And go over your list in your notebooks of in the past who has potentially mentioned being interested in Pampered Chef. Now, I have a card here. Every host call I always ask the host, because when I go over the kit credit coupon, and I say, hey, I have no clue if being a consultant is of interest to you, and that is not the purpose of this call, but is that something that might interest you? And you're either going to get a no, or you're going to get maybe, or yeah, possibly. I write their name down on in my book and on my list here, because then I ask them if they want to go to the opportunity event that's coming up, or in the interim, the everything you want to know about being a consultant group that is in Unit 2 on Dream Achievers. You can invite them to that to immediately watch the video. Because keep in mind too, there's 2 ways or 2 options for somebody to sign under you: before their party or after their party. I was guilty of this when I started. Don't be upset if somebody wants to join before their party, because that makes that party their launch party. The benefits to you are tenfold. Because I know I was in the mindset, I don't want to lose the commission on that party. I'm not going to give it away. I want that person to sign up after the party, because they're going to get all the bookings off the party. I've since learned it doesn't make any difference. I mean, it's more of a benefit to me if they sign up before and make that party their launch party, because it gets them more excited when that party is good to want to keep working the business. I have found it hands down much better if somebody signs up beforehand.
Okay.
Anything else, guys? We kind of went over a little bit longer than what I wanted to this morning on a Sunday morning. I wish we could have bagels and coffee and all that. So next Sunday, we're going to talk about selling and host coaching. Because in talking with people, I think we need some host coaching work. Because a lot of people are struggling with that, you know, what to say, how to say it. Just remember, write down your words, learn your words, be simple, be concise. Don't drag things on. Don't say things that aren't necessary to say. Okay. Okay, gang, I'm going to stop the recording.